Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the video on how to train for a smaller waist. I get asked this a lot, and so instead of answering this in the Q&A, I thought I'd just do a video about it because, as you know, I talk for like ever, and I didn't want to have like a 10-minute answer in the Q&A for this when I could just do a video on it. So yeah. I think the first thing to say is, yes, it's fine to train to change the way you look for a certain aesthetic, like building curves or building a booty or a smaller waist, because as you can see from my transformation pictures, that's exactly what I've done. And I love the fact that lifting weights can build you curves and build you glutes and shape your waist and all of that. But having that as your main goal is not a good idea, and you're unlikely to see results if that's your main goal, just because there's so much more to weightlifting and fitness than the way you look. And like, people often ask like, how do you stay so motivated and things like that, and a lot of it is to do with the fact that if you're just training to look good, there's going to be days where you wake up and say, oh, forget it, I'll be fat, which is what I used to do all the time when, like, a couple of years ago, when the only thing I wanted was to be skinny. I would do the gym really well for like a week, and then I would just be like, nah, this isn't worth it. Like, I'm just gonna be, someone will love me for who I am, and that kind of thing. So yeah, you've got to have a healthy mindset to be able to change the way you look is fine, but to have a negative mindset behind it, to be doing it because you hate the way you look, is not good. If you hate your body, or you hate the way you look and you're desperate to change it, it's not going to be a happy process. It's not going to be a successful process. Your expectations will probably be way too high. You're going to be unsatisfied. You're going to be demotivated day to day. I think the best advice I can give is to find a mindset where you love yourself as you are. I look back to how I looked before, and I still love it. I still think it's me, and this is just a different version of me. So yeah, having a hate or like, losing the love for yourself because of looking a certain way, like it's not healthy. And you'll find that if you train to look a certain way, once you look that way, you won't be satisfied, you won't be happy, you won't, I don't know. It's just not a healthy mindset to have, and it doesn't lead for long-term, doesn't set you up for long-term motivation or anything like that. So weightlifting will certainly help you change the way you look, but I really want to encourage you to fall in love with the sport, fall in love with so many other reasons why weightlifting is awesome. It's an amazing hobby. It makes me happy. It's a real stress relief. I love just picking heavy stuff up and throwing it. It releases happy endorphins, it gets me out of the house, it gets me my sweat on, it challenges me, and all of that are so many other reasons that motivate me to keep going and keep challenging myself and bettering myself. And if you find other motivations and other reasons like that to enjoy going to the gym and things like that, aesthetics will follow. Sure, you train in certain ways to change certain things about the way you look, but having motivations from other things is going to be the way to truly motivate yourself and keep your results coming. And anyway, this is rambling on. I just wanted to quickly say that at the beginning. I hope you're not hating the way you look, and that's why you're watching this video, because it probably won't lead to happiness. The second thing to say is to be realistic with yourself. Yes, you can create curves for yourself using weights, but be realistic. You're not going to go from being flat to being Nicki Minaj. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, you need to be realistic. Weights will only take you so far, but if they're done correctly, they can take you a long way. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself, and don't expect, too much. And also, it takes time. It's not a quick fix. It's not something you do in 8 weeks. It's not something you do in, a couple of months. If you want dramatic changes, like, they take time, and that's why it's important to focus on all the other reasons to do weightlifting rather than to look good, because yeah, by the time you get there, your opinion of what you've changed yourself into may be different, and that's going to be a fail if you're that obsessed with the aesthetics of it. Okay, so now we can actually get stuck in. Now I feel happy that I've kind of told you to love yourself and be realistic. Basically, I believe, to build the perception of a smaller waist, if you don't have a naturally kind of tiny waist, you want to build muscle above and below the waist, because that's going to create an illusion of big to small to big. What I would suggest would be like building up your legs, building up your glutes, building up your lower half, because my quads, like, they're massive, and if I stand straight, like, my quads come out, and that gives me the like illusion of massive hips. Like, people think I have massive curvy hips. No, I really don't. Like, when I wear like a bodycon skirt, it's my quads. It's literally my quads coming out. So yeah, building up your legs, obviously building up your glutes is going to help you look curvy from the side. And then working your back is a really important part, because working your lower back all the way up to the top of the back, so you want to be doing a range of movements to work like the whole back. Working your lower back is gonna, or all over your back, is gonna pull in your back and make it tighter. It's gonna replace your fat with muscle, so it's gonna help reduce love handles and give you a tighter, firmer back, which will naturally, if you lose weight on your back, give you a smaller look, a smaller waist. But then you want to be building towards the top of your back, like these areas, you want to be building them out. So, you know, you're going to get the illusion of like being built kind of more broadly. Like, this is a really bad jumper to wear for a video like this, but basically you want to be making the illusion of like broad shoulders and broad kind of upper back down to that small waist. So your lats are these like areas by here. Working those is going to give you a kind of broader upper body like that, and it'll come out to, you know, working your shoulders, your arms. You don't have to be like the Hulk, you don't have to be like Popeye. Like, honestly, you won't look like that after training for just a while, but small differences, like a little bit of building a little bit of muscle in your back, in your shoulders, in your arms, like, it will just give you the image of like being a bit more, not even muscular. Like, people, when I say do weightlifting, they're like, what? You don't look muscular. And then I'm like, have you seen my legs? And they're like, oh yeah, like, I didn't really notice. Like, or, you know, my upper body is not anything to kind of be like, oh, you go to the gym. But it's worked. It doesn't have to be like, whoa, you're muscly, to change your shape of your body, to open you up, to broaden you up, and give you illusion of this smaller waist. But yeah, you got working lower back to tighten your lower back. You've got working upper back to kind of give you that V shape, and you've got working your shoulders, your arms, your chest to bring you out. All of those kind of, that's why it's important to work all areas of the body. Then working core, this is the important bit. So basically, if you squat heavy and you're lifting heavy and you lift, you're you're inclined to kind of do heavy core. A lot of people do heavy sit-ups, heavy weighted core, thinking that that's going to give them a smaller waist and a really tight waist, and it doesn't. It gives you a thicker sort of washboard sort of thick core look, and I love that look. Like, I think it's so sexy, but it's not the look that I wanted to go for. I wanted to keep quite petite and quite a small waist. So to avoid that kind of thick core look, which a lot of people will have who lift like super heavy weights, because to squat and everything heavy, you have to have a strong core to hold you and balance you. So yes, to squat 90 to 100 kg like I'm squatting now, I do have to have a strong core. So I do have to work my core, but I don't work it OTT. I don't overdo it. I do the kind of bare minimum that I'll need to work my core and do all of that, but I don't like overdo it with super heavy weights or anything like that. I do so working it with your own body weight and lighter weights will help sort of keep it strong, but not thicken it up or bulk it up massively by doing heavy sort of core exercises. So I do like body weight exercises, so planks and ab rollout. I don't know whether I'll get my ab rollout. This is an ab rollout, and it's just like a rolly thing, and you hold your hands, and just look it up on YouTube and you'll see loads of videos of it. I do that, which is amazing for building your core without making it too thick, and planking, which is also amazing, which I'm awful at. And then I do a range of core workouts, like the twists and the sit-ups and the leg raises and all that, but I tend to sway more towards light weights, high reps with that, so kind of building, not building too much size or anything like that. And also it works the other way around. Lifting heavy works your core. So yeah. Another thing to mention is obliques, which are your kind of side abdomen muscles, the side of your abs. This is just to be picky. Like, I hate to encourage people to not do things for certain reasons, but to be super picky, like if you work your obliques like tons and tons and build them up to be quite thick, they're going to build outwards and therefore give you the illusion of the opposite of a small waist. So they're going to flatten you out, if anything. So I would avoid overdoing tons of oblique exercises. Now I do, I don't even know if that's how you say it actually. Oblique. Don't know what other way to say that. So yeah, I do oblique exercises because I want to build my core to be strong, and to be, my main thing is to be strong. So if I know actually I need to strengthen my core, because that's what I'm having to do right now, I'm having to strengthen my core to increase my squat weight. That's what means more to me, really, my strength and stuff, rather than my aesthetics and the way I look. Still incorporate it into your workouts. You don't want to completely ever cut out working a muscle group, but yeah, you can make sure you don't overdo it or like build massive bulky ones. So yeah, that's it really. There's not like there's no magic trick, there's no specific moves that will kind of give you a small waist or a curvy look of your body. It's a process, it's a consistency. Yeah, to sum that up, we said working your lower body, so building bigger legs, bigger glutes, more curvier quads and things like that. Then building your upper body, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your back, and then doing lighter, more body weighted work with your core to give a tighter, smaller, petite core. And that's what's helped me create the illusion of a smaller waist, and it's worked really well for me. Again, everyone's different. Everybody works in different ways. Everybody builds muscle in different ways and all of that jazz. So you've got to find what works for you. And again, another reminder, please don't be too obsessed with just going to the gym and just working out to look a certain way. Like, we all love to look a certain way, and I'm not gonna, you know, be one of those people that's like, don't work out to look a certain way, because it's so natural. And yes, part of my working out is obviously for aesthetics. I love the way weightlifting gives me curvier body and builds, you know, areas of my body that I never had before, but just having that as your main goal and main priority, like, it's not long term and it's not healthy. So please think about that before you start trying to make any dramatic changes. I hope that helped. If you have any questions or I missed anything out, please leave any questions below. Like I always say, I'm happy to answer questions, and I just want to help you guys as much as possible. So that's pretty much what I have for that is just the gym kind of version. There's things to do with eating as well, obviously, for like a flat stomach or building muscle, but I'm not including that because I don't have time. So that was pretty much all I had to say about that. I hope it was helpful and I hope you enjoyed. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed, and that's really helpful for me to know whether you guys found this helpful or whether you liked it or not. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram or Snapchat. I'll put them below and I'll put them in the description box, and I will see you in the next video, if not before, on Instagram or Snapchat or wherever. And I hope you're all well, and thank you for all your support always and forever. And yeah, bye guys.